So this is that was part I. Now I need to do J. This is continuation of number 8, part J. I'm going to do part J. Now in your part J, you're actually says write a C++ statement that prompts the user to enter a decimal number between 0 and 70, then stores the number and enter into the hours worked with this thing. Again, it's if you haven't picked up the pattern, as cout extractor, you're going to enter a decimal number between 0 and 70, put a semicolon, you're going to read that number in, CN, into what? Hours worked, which is this data type right here, hours worked, that you declared from part D. So I'm just going to copy that, come down here, paste that into hours worked, semicolon, and then, again, you do a cout in line, in this. Now, to calculate the hours worked, is how do we calculate that? We take the hours worked, multiply that with what? Your rate. Constant up here. This right here. Remember this? Outside your int main, $12.50. Okay, which is this identifier is uppercase as rate. So that I'm going to just kind of copy that, come down here, paste that right here. Alright, all of this needs to equal what? What does it need to equal? Wages, correct? So this is your wages, again, needs to be on the left hand side of your formula. Now, we need to get this thing out from the screen with this thing. So we need to write something that actually tell the user to output them. Output to the screen is what we need to actually have to say is somewhere along the line with this thing. So hold on a second here. So we calculated that out with this. So I am looking at part K, write C++, multiply the constants with this. So this is part K. What I didn't know. Okay, that's part K. And part L is basically you want it to output to the screen with what it kind of shows you there. They want you to have a name output to it, so cout name with something along that line, and then you give the identifier name, and then you tell them to inline. And then next one is cout. I'm looking at the bottom of page 117. So that's the output of this thing. So in quotes, pay, rate, and a $sign with that, and you tell them what the rate is, the constant with this thing. And then cout, and you tell them the hours. Worked. Hours worked. In line. And then you tell them cout the salary, what they're making. The $sign. And this is their wage. Okay, so that's the first couple of lines that you see at the bottom of that right now. Now at the bottom of this thing, again, part I really literally tells you to see what's output to the screen with this thing. For example, if you have, they give you like Rainbow. This person, I don't know why they call the name Rainbow. That's kind of awkward. $12.50, and this is how much their salary, and this is how much they make with this thing. You are to do this and repeat the same thing for part F. If you look at part F, put in hard-coded. We don't normally, this is what's called hard-coding with this thing, alright? So in hard-coding in this thing, this is what you basically do, is you actually literally went in and you gave it some storing things in memory and just reading it out to the screen with this thing. In part M, MA, part sub A of part M of number 8, you need to go in and change your num1, num2, your Jacob name and all that. So they tell you go in, repeat the whole thing. I want you to do the whole thing again with it. Plug in these numbers with it. Take the screenshot of part A, B of part M. This is with it. This is top of page 118. So take the screenshot of it, and just to demonstrate that you have gone through this exercise with these new names with it, and with those constants in there. Okay. So secret number or whatever it is. Here's Jacob's and hours worked. And all that. So just redo that. You're exactly what it says. Place the statement appropriately in your and do a run. You're going to do it twice. Okay. So this is the whole program with this whole program. This is what we're looking at. All right.